Hi everyone. Yes, it's Knitting in Our Jeans and I'm riding solo today. Elizabeth had company yesterday. It was our niece, whom I shall call Sara, who had come up with a friend of hers and they went to see, I believe it was one off Broadway or Broadway show. And then we met them for lunch yesterday, which went on for a while. And we had a great time. The Lowry restaurant bar is really nice, and Liz and Ben have been there so often because it was right around the corner from Ben's old apartment that they know everybody. It's like Cheers. So that was really nice. I know I've talked about my breathing space, but this week I've actually fixed it. If you do short rows to raise your back, you really should put your label in the back. And yes, I had put the label in the front. So was in severe possibilities of wearing it backwards. And then I wore it to lunch yesterday to meet up with Ben, Liz, Sara, and her friend. And Sara leans over and says, "What is that?" And I'm not even sure I can find where I fixed it now. Anyway, it was on the sleeve, and I had dropped a stitch. You see how long the sleeve is? It was up here. And they were quite worried that it was going to run. I wasn't really worried at all because, yarn has such tooth to it. It had run a little down about 3 rows. So Elizabeth, ever resourceful, pulled out a stitch marker and clipped it onto the loose stitch, and then I fixed that this morning. Just reknit it up and then anchored it with the pink color, and it's good to go. And after I've worn it several times, it will really mat in, so I'm really quite pleased. Let's see, what else? I have been working assiduously on my lace pullover, my Shirley. I'm not happy with it at the moment. You probably saw it like this the last time. I ripped out 37 rows last night after joining it in the round because now I know I'm dyslexic, so I know that instructions are not all that easy for me to follow, but I do expect an at the same time to come and have an asterisk or something marked denoting what it's at the same time as. And if there is a action quote to be done at the same time, it really should be listed as at the same time or concurrently, not as, oh, by the way, go up 2 paragraphs. You know those 72 rows you should have been doing? Well, at row 66, this is what I'd like you to do. You couldn't write a chart like that. Not at all. So I guess my mind works in a chart fashion or a chart fashion going up. So anyway, I had read the pattern. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's not uncommon. So, and Elizabeth says, trust the pattern. So I had joined in the round. I had done 31 rows, and I said, this is not looking right. And then it wants me to do this and then do bust shaping. No. So while they had talked about joining in the round and getting your sleeves off the needles and all that, by the way, 6 rows up from that, you need to be increasing in the front for this tie detail that they've got. So I've taken my rows out, I've done all the increases, and I'm ready to join it in the round again, and we'll go from there. So unlike many of my mistakes in knitting, sewing, my knitting is easy to fix. I don't think I told you who I was. I'm CPREDMOR on Ravelry and posting as Knitting in Our Jeans on Instagram. Sorry about that. This is what happens when my sidekick's not here. So I have this to knit in the round, and it came up with this extra ball of yarn. So anyway, this is going to be joined in the round, and then I will go from there. So hopefully we will make great strides on that. I'm really upset. My skew socks have developed holes in them at the heels. And obviously you can see it's not the first hole. So I will be repairing those also. The skew socks I find really comfortable. Not easy to knit for me because I don't get the rhythm of the pattern. I really have to do it line by line by line. But they're great. They're great socks. Absolutely fabulous socks. What else happened? Well, I got some mail. Yes. Still continuing from the New York Sheep and Wool Festival and ordering from Miss Babs. Just after New York Sheep and Wool was over, I got an email because, of course, most of the dyers have my email. And it was, look, we're putting together packages of yarn or kits for Savour the Gnoment. Savour the Gnoment. I'll be all right. Savour the Gnoment. And I said, oh, she looks cute. And I like, they had many color combinations, but I decided to go with the blue. And here I'm opening it, so hopefully this is what I got. I think, looks like 3 stitch markers. What did I get? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 stitch markers. One of which has a gnome on it. Very cute. Savour the Gnoment from Sara. And let's see, are the colors right? Let's see. Let's just see. Ah, yes. So, very good. After I finish with this lace pullover, I really should have my head examined. I know why I got it, because the yarn was incredibly inexpensive. It was on sale in our local yarn store, and I said, I can do something with that. Let me get enough balls of this, and I can do something with that. So I can, but it's going to drive me crazy in the meantime. So Savour the Gnoment is going to come after my Shirley, and hopefully I'll make great strides on my Shirley. I will fix my socks for next week. And with that, I think I'll sign off, and hopefully we'll see you next weekend. But with the chaos about Thanksgiving, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, good to see you all. Weaving those ends. I've been weaving in ends this morning, going through the breathing space and making sure that everything was fixed. And we'll see you then. Bye.